Hi, I'm Ron Williams. I consider myself an ordinary guy, a family man. I don't have superhero credentials, but I share with you today a message from my heart. No hype, no fabrications, just pure authenticity. The very fact that I could be your neighbor is what gives power to the next few minutes of your life. You and I are no different. No matter the country, race, or religion, we are blood. I guess it's your time. It's your turn to hear this message. I get asked all the time, what do health, kindness, and opportunity have in common? My answer? Forevergreen. So let's start with kindness. The Forevergreen message is all about kindness from beginning to end. Actually, looking deeper, Forevergreen is a way of being. Whether we are young, middle-aged, or older, each of us gets to choose to be happy, healthy, and youthful in spirit. In fact, to help explain this kindness, this way of being, Forevergreen was started with the creation of 4 beautiful paintings to visually represent all of the possibilities of life. Each painting started with an evergreen tree in the far right-hand corner. Notice in fall, when everything around it is dying and shedding its skin, there stands the evergreen tree, bright, radiant, green. Much like that little girl or boy you once were. Teach me, show me, I'm a sponge, I can do anything. When I grow up, I'll be a doctor, a nurse, or a fireman, a teacher, even president. You never doubted. You were kind to everyone. As seasons began to change, there stands the tree again in the chills of winter. Wow, everything is cold, frozen, and the surroundings have changed dramatically. Still the evergreen tree glows, bright green. It even grew. Imagine that. My interpretation is that of a teenager, to experience physical change, new emotional depth and power, rejection, confidence, self-esteem. Oh, to feel for the first time the cold chills of life's challenges. Can't I be an adult now? Then we enter spring, the spring of our lives. Hope is in the air, even at times feeling invincible, full of life, health, so much energy, so much life to live. I've got the world on a string. The future is bright. In fact, I have so much energy that I can carry others on my shoulders. I'm in love. I guess I'm not sick after all. So this is what health and well-being feels like. Finally, summer, when everything is in full bloom, when we should have it all. Many of us surrender to fear. We pull back, withdraw. We're tired, sick, worn down. Shouldn't life get better with age? Like the evergreen tree, shouldn't we be surrounded with so much joy and abundance? Yet many of us choose to be survivors with little hope. Isn't it interesting to notice how the earth is in constant transformation, always recreating itself to be this abundant resource? Notice the evergreen tree, embracing every condition to become beautiful, bright, standing tall through the seasonal drifts. You see, to be forevergreen is to stand in the drifts of life. The drift is like a raging river. In fact, turn on the news, read the newspaper, see war, hunger, hatred, dog-eat-dog business ethics, say anything, be anyone, just to get to the top. As the seasons change, so do the conditions around us. Maybe it's our health, or your finances, or relationships. Like the evergreen tree, we grow by embracing these conditions and stepping through our fears to stand tall. While it's not a mandate, Forevergreen is a large body of people doing small, random acts of kindness, making a big difference in the world today. See yourself in action making a difference, big or small, 10 minutes, 10 hours a month. Every act counts. Some choose soup kitchens, orphanages, convalescent homes, abuse shelters, environmental issues, wildlife, homeless shelters. It could even be a neighbor. Let's get outside ourselves long enough to make someone happy. Feel joy with no expectation. It actually works. The drift gets stronger as each day passes. Because the drift is so encompassing, some may feel overwhelmed, even insignificant by the thought of standing alone. At what point do we look in the mirror and say to ourselves, I count. My actions, thoughts, and opinions are documented on this planet. I bring value. I choose to stand today. So how is kindness related to health? My experiences and observations have revealed to me that health and well-being lend themselves to kindness. Energy, stamina, and hope, or well-being, are health benefits that promote a sense of wellness. We've all heard cliches, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Or, we don't value our health until we lose it. Most of us have probably learned that it's hard to be our best selves, husbands, wives, parents, siblings, students, employees, if we have diminished health and well-being. It is described as hopelessness. To create a better tomorrow, we must be responsible today. All the statistics indicate that we are failing dramatically as a body of people. It was just a few years ago when the Surgeon General announced that we are the sickliest generation ever. Cancer, heart disease, diabetes, obesity are epidemic, not to mention the new diseases that we're naming every year. Picture with me tomorrow and how it looks for future generations. In the year 1900, 1 in several thousand people got cancer. Today, 1 in 2 or 3 of us will hear the words, "You have cancer." This is what we're leaving for our children and our children's children? Check this out. The number 1 killer of children by disease, ages 0 to 15 now, is cancer. Many experts place this responsibility upon our shoulders. Diabetes amongst children since the 1970s has quadrupled and will triple again in the next 20 years. And for the first time in history, the number of overweight people rival the number of normal weight people, even in children. Heart disease remains the number 1 killer by disease in America. So, the drift gets stronger as we get weaker. We live in an era of foodless foods and lifeless drinks. The fast food Lunchable era. Smells like fruit, tastes like fruit, yet no fruit on the ingredient listing, only brightly colored pictures of fruit on the label. We even think that we're health nuts if it says 10% real fruit juice on our candy. Are synthetic chemicals and shelf life killing us, sending us downstream? The only positive thing that comes from all these preservatives and foreign chemicals is we'll look a lot younger long after we die. Life as we now know it has become a lifelong embalming process. Health has become guesswork. Where is the truth, empowerment, and responsibility in all of this? What I've learned from ancient and indigenous cultures is that health was never guesswork. They had the original fast food. They just picked it and ate it. There was no road rage in the drive-thru of a peach tree. Today, health has become a game of roulette. The truth and answers are slipping further from our grasp and motivated by quick and easy commercialized strategies. Disease has become this big mystery. Now, We nobly praise those who join forces to fight disease. Billions and billions of dollars are raised to fund the fight, to create more weapons of war, more high-priced patents for more high-priced drugs. These weapons, in many cases, have become friendly fire. Properly prescribed prescriptions still remain one of the top 10 killers of preventable diseases in the U.S. Have you seen the latest television commercials advertising their weapons? They are high-priced, high-quality, well-calculated, promising a better lifestyle. Then suddenly, a paid voiceover rapper quickly rattles off the side effects like the sound effect of a machine gun. I don't know about you, but sometimes the side effects sound worse than the actual illness itself. Nausea, vomiting, nosebleeds, diarrhea, kidney and liver warnings, irritability, headaches, drowsiness, stomach cramping. In my opinion, today's medicine focuses largely on covering symptoms rather than establishing and supporting health. Big money, symptom coverology, big buckology. Shouldn't the side effects say, side effects may include energy, better health, and a feeling of well-being? At Forevergreen, we embrace all healers and doctors alike. We are most committed, however, to education and responsibility, one person at a time. Know who to go to for what and when. We believe, however, that you are the greatest healer of all. Your body will perform miracles by the minute when you take responsibility by honoring the intelligence of this human body. Isn't it time we lay down our weapons of war and stop fighting disease and begin by simply embracing health? Health has become guesswork. The truth is, health is simple. It's been around forever. A good friend of mine and medical doctor once told me, health is a habit, not an event. How many of us have said or heard someone say, "Oh, I'm going to get healthy this weekend. In fact, Saturday is my health day." Then you see them plugging their nose and chugging down some nasty drink, chasing a handful of pills. Two things. Consider that number one, nutrition was meant to be pleasure. And number two, it is the small decisions we make day after day that ultimately determine our health and well-being. I marvel at the behaviors worthy of praise in today's culture. For example, let's say Ben really loves donuts. But he is so disciplined that he decides that he's only going to eat one every day. He is praised for his discipline. He's the man. Kimberly, she has a love for ripe apples, so much so that she just eats one a day. 20 years later, we all assemble in the waiting room. We get back together in the hospital. We're mourning over Ben, who's now on life support. And we say, "Poor Ben. Why him? He's such a good guy." Then an outspoken person says, "What do you mean, why Ben? He's had 10,000 donuts." And quickly we acknowledge that point. He sort of dug his own grave with his teeth. Meanwhile, there's Kimberly, with her grandchild on her shoulders, and she's full of life and health. We notice how good she looks and that she's hardly aged. And the outspoken person says, "Are you surprised? Kimberly's had over 10,000 apples." Isn't it comforting to know that we can trust in the wonders of nature through small lifestyle choices? You see, apples, like all of nature, are deposits of health and well-being. For centuries, Eastern medicine called it energy or chi. We are electrical. We are on the hunt for this electrical current from sunrise to sunset. Imagine this electrical energy as a bank account. Everything we put into our mouth, on our skin, etc., is either a deposit or a withdrawal. Foodless foods, lifeless drinks, and basic fast food generally have no electricity or power. They are a negative, They are a withdrawal. Many believe that consuming these foods suck the energy right out of you. Sadly enough, disease too carries an electrical frequency, generally low frequency. Nature, however, carries with it deposits with much higher frequencies, herbs and spices and roots and vegetables and fruits, etc. Lemons are believed to be the highest in the food chain. In fact, I've even plugged a digital clock into lemons, and it worked for months. Pure essential oils come in as high, if not higher, and flowers, in particular roses, are believed to emit the highest electrical frequency in the plant kingdom. It's now easy to understand why we are the sickest generation ever, why cancer is the #1 killer of our children by disease. Cold cereal for breakfast, hamburger and fries and a soda for lunch, and a pizza for dinner. Here's the big question. Where do you stand on this chart? Are you a potential host for disease? Or do you make daily deposits to distance yourself from the frequencies of disease? So, based on this theory of deposits and withdrawals, let's now finally remove the guesswork on how to embrace health. You may want to take notes during this next part. Since we're on the hunt for electricity, #1, very common sense, get lots of fresh air. It's believed that air carries an electrical current, particularly before a storm. Breathe deep. It's free. #2, water. Interesting how nature is 70% water. The earth is 70% water. Our bodies from the neck down are 70% water, and our brains 93, 94% water. We are walking water. What we drink today walks and talks tomorrow. Water is believed to have energy. The brain, being 94% water, is designed to rehydrate every 24 hours. When we don't rehydrate, we get what's called dehydration of the brain, or commonly known, a headache. But because most of us don't know better, we take 2 aspirin with just enough water to swallow it. Next time, try hydrating the brain. You'll be amazed. #3, sunshine. What would happen if the sunshine were a no-show tomorrow? Sunshine in moderation is a charge. Sunshine produces rare micronutrients in the body that only the sunshine can give. Scientists were baffled for years when they discovered phytonutrients and phytochemicals in the plant kingdom, grown in soil that they believed to be deficient. Later the discovery was made that when combining air, water, and sunshine, nature performed its nutritional miracles, like that beautiful flower that blooms under the care and inspiration of air, water, and sunshine. Imagine perhaps that we are no different. #4, exercise. It can look 100 different ways. Try walking. Studies show that walking not only enhances our physical being, but our psychological health as well. Maybe we don't need more psychiatrists. We need more walkers, 3 to 4 days a week, 20 to 30 minutes per day. #5, trust in nature. Herbs, spices, fruits, vegetables, roots, florals. I mentioned earlier that indigenous cultures never had to guess when it came to health. Health was common sense. For example, they believed in functional foods, that foods carried signs and messages. Functional foods? All I could think about was my childhood being labeled husky, and I realized that my functional foods were buns and rolls. Isn't it comforting to know that nature is nutritionally complex, so we don't have to be? #6, the nutritional value of relationships. Have you ever gone to a gathering at the right place, at the right time, with the right people or person? Maybe you are falling in love or deeply infatuated. You wish you could stop time while whispering to yourself, so this is what health and well-being feels like. I guess I'm not sick after all. Some have even measured this theory with elderly people and their pets or gardens. That unhealthy relationships, in fact, make us sick. With relationships, we have a choice to be responsible or victim. While one leads to health and well-being, the other leads to sickness and irresponsibility. And finally, number 7, passion. Surrender on a regular basis to what gives you happy feet in the morning, or what used to give you happy feet. Maybe it's sports, or music, or art. Whatever it is, give yourself permission. It too is a deposit. So from this moment forward, for the rest of your life, health and well-being are no longer guesswork. You can now be completely responsible to embrace the principles of health. You may now wonder, where do I start? Everyone seems to be looking for that one consistent, simple thing they can do every day to embrace health pleasurably, even if they're on the go. Whether it's children, adults, or the elderly, the answer is frequency with marine phytoplankton. Everyone's antennas seem to go up when they hear those words, marine phytoplankton. Here's why. Did you know that according to NASA, marine phytoplankton are responsible for up to 90% of the oxygen in which we breathe? And that marine phytoplankton are single-celled plants that grow in the ocean by using photosynthetic elements such as air, water, and sunshine. Much of the marine wildlife, including whales, live on marine phytoplankton, and we know that whales can live up to 150 years while maintaining healthy reproductive activities. Many scientists believe that marine phytoplankton is possibly the oldest plant life or food source on Earth, and it has eluded man until now. Forevergreen teamed up with a $30 million sea farm on an island in the Pacific Northwest. It was on this sea farm that Tom Harper created this nutritional breakthrough for mankind.
You know, I'm just grateful that I was chosen to find this product because it's been very elusive. It's eluded man until now, and here we have it, and I'm going to help as many people as we can, I hope.
With over 200 single-celled species, marine phytoplankton boasts a nutritional analysis that is second to none. So we've blended marine phytoplankton using Mother Nature's ingredients, giving you the best nutrition by land and by sea. Hard to believe that one pleasurable drink has a synergistic blend of marine phytoplankton, ionic sea minerals and sea vegetables, frankincense, aloe vera, astaxanthin, ginger, and rosemary antioxidants, all in a base of blueberry, cranberry, and a twist of lime.
It is such a complete nutrient. And when I look at a complete nutrient, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for as close to nature as possible. And in all of the indigenous peoples of the world, the reason they're so healthy, in all of the studies that show that they have the better complexions and the better teeth and don't have dental care but their teeth are okay and they're healthy and they live a long life, is because they eat very close to nature. And so the closer to nature you can get, the better you will survive, because the better nutrients can be transferred to your cells.
It is our belief at Forevergreen that the body is a self-healing mechanism. The important thing is to be consistent in honoring and edifying our body with what it needs. Make frequency your consistent and pleasurable way to embrace health every day. Feel the difference exclusively at Forevergreen, whether it's pH, energy, sleep, or a happy sense of well-being. Frequency, the ionic whole food tonic. Cheers.
Somehow, whatever it takes, I won't settle for less. I can have it all. Though tomorrow's unforeseen, it's forever green. A way of being, a way of reaching out. Never fading in my fading in my dreams is forever green. Being selfless without a doubt. In me there stands a tree. Seasons will change. It remains the same. It's all aglow. It will always grow. Though tomorrow's unforeseen, it's forever green. A way of being, a way of reaching out. Never fading in my dreams is forever green. Being selfless without a doubt. Though tomorrow's unforeseen, it's forever green. A way of being, a way of reaching out. Never fading in my dreams is forever green. Being selfless without